Let's shake it up, shall we? For the last 6 months, I've been dropping bombs on this audience with players like Travis Etienne and Saquon Barkley and Christian Kirk. But what if this week, what if just for this week, we drop 3 potentially league-winning facts about 5 different players in 2022? Let's ride. Do you like winning? Well, so does Keenan Allen. That's why fact number 1 is that in 2021, at age 29, Keenan Allen still ranked number 1 in total route wins amongst all wideouts in the NFL. Yet, because he's 30 years old, some fantasy gamers swear they won't touch him like Dale's drum set.
Do you touch my drum set?
Nope.
Which would be a huge mistake, because the second fact is that Keenan Allen hasn't had a fantasy season with less than 16 fantasy points per game since he tore his ACL in 2016. But yet the narrative continues to unravel as we hear that he's washed, that he's lost a step, of course that he's going downhill. But did you know, and this is fact number 3 by the way, that in 2021, of all wideouts with at least 20 contested targets, Keenan Allen was one of only 5 to convert over 50% of them? It's not too bad for a guy that many fantasy gamers think you should take a clean rag and a can of Pledge to.
For beautiful wood you won't get with regular dusting.
But what do we know? Admittedly, I didn't even want to write this name down, but the show producers are all over my ass, so here we are. Now, fact number 1 is that in back-to-back seasons, David Montgomery has finished as an RB1. Now, I thought this wasn't true either, but I guess we've all been asleep at the wheel.
On I-90 near Boston.
Which brings me to my second fact. Did you know that at just 25 years old, David Montgomery is coming off a fantasy season where the only other running back in the league with a higher snap share than his 74.8% was Najee Harris? And for those of you Montgomery fans looking for one more reason to put your mind at ease, let me lay fact number 3 on you. Based on 2021 defensive finishes and the projected 2022 season, David Montgomery has the easiest running back schedule in the league. And I will admit, I want to drink the Kool-Aid, but that doesn't typically end very well. Dynasty rosters looking for a veteran flyer should look no further than Brandin Cooks. Entering his age 29 season, Cooks has been undeniably fantasy relevant with whatever quarterback is put in front of him or behind him. Fact number 1, Brandin Cooks has surpassed 1,000 receiving yards with 5 different quarterbacks so far in his NFL career. And surprisingly, Davis Mills was one of them, and there is a high likelihood that they replicate that magic again in 2022, as our second fact may allude to. Last season, from week 6 on, Davis Mills averaged 33 pass attempts per game, which was a top 13 mark, and almost certainly due to his QB 25 negative game script. Because this team played from behind more than... You know what? No, never mind. Just know they're going to be losing a lot. But our third fact may be the most fantasy relevant of all of them. Because last season, of all wideouts with an equal or greater season-long target total, only DJ Moore and Justin Jefferson had a higher air yardage share than Brandin Cooks. I mean, what's a better combination than a team that is constantly trailing and a role that is dripping in big play attempts? At his price tag, literally nothing. I love Mac Jones, which means by the laws of fantasy football, I must also love his number 1 receiving option, and that is JAKOBI Meyers. I'm not going to lie, last season, Meyers was harder to cover than most wideouts in the league, which is why fact number 1 is that he finished number 6 overall in total route wins while beating corners in man coverage at a rate of 45.7%. But if that wasn't enough to get your pants tight, then let's try this one right here. Ding! Fact number 2. Last season, on nearly the exact same passing attempts, Mac Jones actually bested Joe Burrow in total air yards. And I know this is a spicy meatball because I posted it on Twitter and every Cincinnati Bengals fan in the world came to erase me from the internet. Do you know how long it would take you to erase me from the internet? Do you know how much content is on the internet? Anyways, I don't even know how to tell you this, but Joe Burrow's fantasy fandom is so strong that Tyler Boyd, the 3rd or possibly 4th option in his own offense, is actually more valuable on Keep Trade Cut than JAKOBI Meyers is. Ay, ay, ay. But on to fact number 3, JAKOBI MEYERS had 6 top 25 finishes in 2021, which is exactly the same amount as, drumroll please, DK Metcalf.
Swing, swing.
But of course, they are only separated on the dynasty rankings by 8 pages and 6 server farms. I figured, f it. If I'm talking about David Montgomery, then I guess I'm going to talk about Josh Jacobs as well. And surprisingly, fact number 1 is going to blow the hair back on most of you. Because over the last 3 seasons, Josh Jacobs has finished top 15 or better, and last year he fell just 1 spot shy of back-to-back RB1 finishes. So despite the demeanor of a plotter at the NFL level, he's having a black swan moment. Because fact number 2 is another shocker. While Josh Jacobs saw a target share increase of 42% from the 2020 to 2021 season, the Las Vegas Raiders actually targeted the running back position at a rate of 24%, which was the 4th highest in the NFL last season. This wasn't even a one-off instance either, because the Vegas Raiders have finished top 9 or higher in running back target rate for the past 3 seasons and never lower than a 21.5% target rate to the position. Finally, fact number 3. Josh Jacobs has always been elusive. If this statement comes as a shock to you, then you have certainly been unaware of the fact that not only was Jacobs top 7 in yards created in 2021, but for the 3 consecutive seasons since entering the NFL, Jacobs has been top 8 or higher in evaded tackles. He's making defenders miss. He's creating on his own. The passing game has suddenly been funneled his direction, and this offense is more dangerous downfield than ever. So perhaps one more RB1 season is incoming for Mr. Jacobs. People, thank you once again for checking out the show. If you enjoyed what you saw, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a thing, and you can continue helping me blow this channel up. As many of you already know, if you leave a comment down below, I will 100% get back to you. Do so. Tell me what I got right. Tell me what I got wrong. Tell me what you loved about it. Tell me what you hated about it, I guess. And of course, check the link in the description for the Discord channel that we have. Over 700 members, 24 hours a day. This thing is going absolutely wild. I would love to have you guys in there. Come join the party. At me when you get there. Thanks again for checking it out. I'll see you guys next week.